I led 100 grandpas to create the world's most professional debt collection agency. When they meet a chronic deadbeat, the 100 grandpas just lie on the ground and block the door. When they meet an aggressive deadbeat, the grandpas are no different from outlaws. They even dare to stab people, all because I'm bound to a poverty alleviation system. As long as I can help the village get rich, I can receive all kinds of rewards. That's why I didn't hesitate to choose the poorest mountain village for my poverty alleviation project. Oh, so you're the new relief worker. Hello, hello, hello. Ha ha ha, my name is Shi Biao, and I'm the chief of Shi village. Ha ha ha, why did you come to our village all alone? Where are the supplies, the rice and oil? And what about the relief piglets? Chief, I'm here for poverty relief, but this time, we're not doing things the usual way. Haha, we're taking an unconventional approach. I guarantee everyone in Shi village will be driving their own cars. And living in nice villas. Comrade, what are you talking about? You have to follow the rules for poverty relief. You start with the basic necessities. Then come the relief piglets. You haven't brought anything at all. What kind of poverty relief is this? An unconventional approach, you say? A poor place like Shi village escaping poverty? You've got to be kidding. Listen up, grandpas. You're all in your 70s and 80s. It's the perfect age to get out there and stir things up. I'll line up some jobs for you. You'll go and collect debts. A single job can bring in hundreds of thousands in income, even millions. Then you can eat all the meat you want. Who needs to worry about some silly relief piglets then, huh? Hundreds of thousands, even millions? Are you spinning some kind of fairy tale? And what's all this about our 70s and 80s being the prime age for adventure? This society is full of deadbeats. People who don't pay wages, who borrow money and never return it. Helping collect debts can get you 50% of the loan. Comrade, are you kidding me? These are bad debts that even young folks can't collect. You think a bunch of old guys like us, in our 70s and 80s, can actually get that money back? Grandpa, don't worry. If those debtors refuse to pay, you just take a knife and slice them up. That's illegal. Stop, 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 comrade. This approach of yours is too wild. Isn't that against the law? That's a textbook criminal case. It's intentional assault. HMPH, I know that. That's why I said it. You're in your 70s and 80s, the prime age to cause trouble. In Yan country, the law doesn't prosecute the elderly over 80. Even if you kill someone and get a prison sentence, it'll be served outside of prison. Simply put, you just come back home to the village. You go on with your lives as usual. The police station won't even hold you. The moment he said that, the grandpas who were still skeptical, the ones who thought this new relief worker was unreliable, suddenly trembled. One of them said, "Holy crap, I think he's right. This approach might actually work." All right, comrade, we'll do it. Great, you're right. We're in our 70s and 80s. It's the perfect age to get out there and make a scene. The entire Shi village is about to strike it rich. Boss Lin, we've worked for you for a whole year. You promised us 8,000 a month. You've been stalling and stalling. It's been a year. When are you going to pay us our wages? That's right, 8,000 a month. We haul hundreds of bags of cement every day. Some of the guys are so exhausted they're pissing blood. This is our blood, sweat, and tears. We have wives and kids to feed. Meanwhile, on the second floor of the villa, a portly middle-aged man was holding a glass of red wine, taking in the scene in the courtyard below. A mocking smile spread across his face. Before he had even hired these workers, he'd paid a lawyer a fortune to set a trap in their contracts. So even if he didn't pay them, even if these guys called the cops, the police wouldn't be able to do a single thing to him. Ha, keep causing trouble, and I'll have my lawyer sue you all. What do you think you're doing? This is an illegal demand for payment. Now get the hell out of my sight. As soon as he said this, the workers, who were still angry just a moment ago, were suddenly overcome with despair. After all, they were uneducated and hadn't noticed the problems when they signed the contracts. But just as the foreman, Zhang Jian, was about to give up, his phone rang. Hey, friend, we're a professional team that takes on debt collection jobs. If those deadbeats don't pay up in 3 minutes, the job's a bust for us. But we do charge a commission. A bust if they don't pay in 3 minutes? What kind of crew are you to be making a boast like that? But I'm willing to give it a shot. Alright, if you can really get the money back. The commission is 50% yours. It's all bad debt anyway. We're completely out of options. We were ready to just write this money off. Su Ming, you actually found a job? 50% commission. There are over 100 workers in this video. That adds up to 10 million. We'll make a clean 5 million from just one trip. 5 million. Our Shihia village's annual harvest is barely over 100,000. The new guy from the poverty relief program really showed us an unconventional way. This one job will earn us what the entire Shihia village makes in 50 years. Holy crap, the poverty relief office sent us a damn god. Haha, Shihia village is about to strike it rich. We can go over there with knives and not even worry about the cops. After all, we're all over 80. Ha ha ha, we've got no physical resistance. But our legal resistance is maxed out. Su Ming, you've done a great service for Shihia village this time. We won't be a poor village anymore. We'll build you an ancestral shrine in your honor, ha ha ha. Alright, you old babies, let's go. Grab your gear. Let's go show that cheapskate Lin what we're made of. As soon as he said that, the group of 80-year-old men suddenly scattered, and when they returned a moment later, some were holding daggers, others had small knives. Shi Biao even came out of the house with a butcher's knife. Chief, teaching that cheapskate Lin a lesson is one thing, but let's not kill anyone. I know your legal resistance is maxed out, but if things get out of hand, it'll still be a pain to deal with the station. Don't you worry, I was a butcher in my youth. I handled every pig within a 10 li radius. I know exactly what I'm doing, haha. I could stick that cheapskate Lin 10 times. And I guarantee it would still just be a minor injury. Holy crap, Grandpa, you're a legend. Meanwhile, back at the villa, just as Zhang Jian and the others were about to lose all hope, a van came speeding up and screeched to a halt right in front of the villa. I got out, followed by Shi Biao and a group of 80-year-old grandpas, who also hobbled shakily out of the van. Zhang Jian and his men were instantly dumbfounded. Seriously, guys? You call this a debt collection crew? Who's ever heard of 80-year-old grandpas showing up to collect a debt? This is unbelievably ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And he said 3 minutes? If they don't get the money back, the job's a bust. Can this group of old-timers really get the money back? They'd have to live stream themselves washing their hair while doing a handstand. And as I saw the group of workers, those doubtful and speechless expressions on their faces, I didn't say a word. I led the village chief and the group of grandpas towards the second floor of the villa. Soon enough, I, Shi Biao, and the group of old men went straight to the second floor. We cornered Lin the Skinner in the main hall, with Zhang Jian and the other workers right behind us. So you're Lin the Skinner. I got the details from Zhang Jian on the way here. Each worker is owed 100,000 yuan in wages for the year. With 100 workers, that comes to 10 million. What the hell? Pay you? What money are you talking about? According to the contract they signed, HMPH. It's right there in black and white. I don't owe them a thing. But just then, Shi Biao pulled a butcher knife out from inside his coat. And to everyone's absolute shock, he plunged it right into Lin the Skinner's stomach. Holy crap, he's killing him, he's killing him. It's murder, Zhang Jian and the others shouted in a panic. But then, they calmed down and just looked at the bleeding Lin the Skinner. Serves him right, that bastard Lin the Skinner had it coming. He deserves to end up like this. Hey, you guys. Go and guard the door. If an ambulance shows up, don't let them in. We're going to finish this guy today. I lead 100 grandpas. And created the world's most professional debt collection company. When facing a chronic deadbeat, 100 grandpas will just lie on the ground and block the door. When facing a ruthless deadbeat, the grandpas are like outlaws, not even hesitating to stab someone with a knife. It's all because I'm bound to a poverty alleviation system. As long as I can help the village get rich, I'll receive all kinds of rewards. So, I chose the poorest mountain village to help without a moment's hesitation. Hearing Shi Biao's words, Lin the Skinner started to panic. Looking into Shi Biao's ice-cold eyes, he knew this group of old men was dead serious. You guys, do you have any idea that murder is against the law? Of course I do. I'm over 80. How many more years do you think I have left? The police can arrest me, and the court can sentence me to prison. But that just means I'll serve my sentence outside of prison, free to wander around my village. In Yan Nation, it really is that way. The law doesn't punish an 80-year-old. If an old man like me really did kill you here, forget about a sentence. I wouldn't even have to go to jail. Don't you people have children? Don't you have families? Even if you break the law and avoid prison, it's still a criminal offense. It means for 3 generations, no one in your families can become a civil servant or a politician. Hey, you clearly didn't bother to ask around. I'm Shi Biao, and I've been a bachelor my entire life. So, no kids. To me, killing you today would be as meaningless as squashing an ant. You've made so much money by stealing their wages, model. You think you'll even be alive to spend that money? Holy crap. We've actually run into a bunch of outlaws. They've got no kids and no family. They're over 80 years old. They've already transcended the mortal realm. They're beyond the reach of the law. Hey, big brother, let me handle this one. I'm not just over 80 with no kids or family. I've also got cancer. The doctor said I've only got 3 months left to live at most. Even if I kill someone, my cremation notice will arrive faster than the court's verdict, and I haven't killed anyone yet. Let me see what that's like. Damn, a cremation notice. Coming faster than a court ruling? Stop. I'll pay the money. I'll pay it back. Gramps, please stop. Gramps, I was wrong. I've really learned my lesson. I'll pay the money back right now. I'm a total scumbag. I shouldn't have been greedy enough to steal the workers' hard-earned sweat and blood money. I'll give you 1 minute. I'm only waiting for 1 minute. While Lin the skinflint clutched his wound, he grabbed his phone and started frantically transferring the money. Bro, your crew is seriously badass. Give me your card. I'll give you the 50% commission we agreed on. Zhang Jian gave a big thumbs up to me and the old-timers from Shihia village. After getting the money and leaving our contact information, I piled the group of old men into the van and rushed off to the next order. Finally, after being busy for most of the day, I was driving the van with the old men. Back to Shihia village, not a single one of them looked tired. Instead, they were full of energy. They had taken several orders during the day. They basically just showed up and collected the cash. Adding it all up, they made a total of over $7 million. Su Ming, I've finally seen what a real talent looks like. You're a genius. What's inside that head of yours? How do you even come up with a way to get rich like this? Yeah, Shihia village is finally going to strike it rich. Ha ha ha. You all earned this through your own hard work. At your age, it's prime time to get out there and make it happen. The system is truly something else. Following its plan really is a goldmine. Hey Su Ming, I know things are tough for you. Shihia village has always been a major headache for the Poverty Alleviation Office. There are so many elderly people left behind, but the relief work must go on. How about this? Tell us about any difficulties you have, and we'll do our best to solve the problems you face while helping them. Listen to you talk. Difficulties? Ha ha ha, I haven't run into any difficulties while I've been out here. Give me 1 month, and I'll turn Shihia village into a prosperous, well-off community. What, 1 month to turn Shihia village into a wealthy town? Su Ming must be talking in his sleep. Forget about prosperity in a place like Shihia village. We'd be lucky if they could just live a normal life. Chief, we're rich. Over 7 million, each household can get 700,000 once we split it up. I'm going to fix up my house and build myself a little villa. Ha ha ha, my boy has finally reached the age to start talking about marriage. Once I find him a wife, I won't have a single worry left. Haha, it's only natural. Ha ha ha, Comrade Su Ming is leading us toward prosperity. This is all thanks to him. We need to keep Su Ming in our hearts. That's right, keep him in our hearts, ha ha ha. 7 million. Every single household can get 700,000. Isn't that just a load of bull? You guys are drunk and just spouting ghost stories now. But for now, as long as I stay in Shihia village and finish this poverty alleviation task, I'll be fine. Alright, Su Ming, I've got high hopes for you. Work hard, even though the leader's tone is incredibly dismissive and full of doubt. I'm not worried as long as the money is in my hands. Leading the villagers to wealth is the real deal. Just as I was thinking that, suddenly, the system's voice echoed in my mind. Detected, host has taken the first step in leading the villagers to prosperity. Net profit has reached 7 million. System rewards are ready for distribution. Without a second thought, I immediately opened the system panel. Host, Su Ming, earned 7 million for Shihia village in a single day. Reward, 20 Desert Eagles, 10 AK-47s, and 10,000 rounds of various ammunition. Items have been sent to the system storage. Wait, hold on, man. Are you sure there's nothing wrong with this system? I'm here to help this poor village get rich. And you give me guns? Desert Eagles, even? And AK-47s? What's next? Are you going to have me lead these old-timers to rob a bank? Even the legendary commanders didn't have this kind of firepower back then. This is insane. Yan country has incredibly strict gun laws. If these things are seen, I'm booking a VIP suite straight in a prison cell. Chief, this path Comrade Su Ming found for us. The money really comes in fast. We're not afraid of the police. After all, we're over 80 years old. We don't have much life left anyway. But those creditors are all big shot bosses. They have massive power. What if they hire some thugs to come cause trouble in our village? We're all in our 70s and 80s. Those thugs won't be easy to deal with. And for those punks, going to jail is just like a daily routine. Something is very, very wrong here. Guns and ammo, huh? If I'm the one holding them, I'll definitely get caught by the cops and thrown in the slammer. I'd be rotting in jail forever. But these old-timers are different. Their legal resistance is already maxed out, they just need some physical defense. These guns are what they call the great equalizers. Don't be fooled by how old they are. A gust of wind might knock them over, but with a gun, they'll be like gods descending to take on 5 people at once. Chief, what are you all worried about? I heard your conversation just now. Isn't it just some thugs? If those punks dare to come around while I'm here, I'll make you guys like gods, capable of taking them all on. Su Ming, what you're saying is a bit over the top. You just focus on guiding our village out of poverty. I'll handle everything else. Desert Eagle, also known as the Great Equalizer. You guys go ahead and use them. One shot, and they won't make another peep. If those thugs and hooligans dare to come to our village, this is what they'll get. Su Ming, you're unbelievable. To think the Poverty Alleviation Office has someone like you. No one would believe it if I told them. Village Chief, let me play with it. I've never even touched a gun before. Let me feel it. Guns are banned in Yan country, you know. So many people go their whole lives without ever touching one of these. Let me see too. Hey, I'm not done holding it yet. Ha 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 ha. What are you all fighting over? I have more right here. What would the other villages think if they saw this? They'd think our Shihia village has no strength. Here, one for each of you. Hearing this, the old men immediately stared at what I was holding. You really have more? This comrade Su Ming is incredibly resourceful. He can even get his hands on these things. However, when they saw the few AKs slung over my shoulder, they were all stunned. It would have been one thing if they were just handguns. But you even have heavy firepower like rifles. Holy crap, are you really here for poverty alleviation? Who brings an AK-47 into a village for poverty alleviation? If old Lee had this kind of firepower back in the day, that so-called peace would have been secured long ago. This Su Ming is a real talent. He can lead us out of poverty and make us rich, and he can max out Shihia village's firepower. He's a keeper, yep. Su Ming, let's go. Let's go get more jobs. Ha ha ha. Are these old men still the same ones who look like they'd fall over in a gust of wind? However, this method of taking the old men to collect debts brings in money fast, so of course, I can't give it up. Village chief, let's split up. The houses in the village are all old and run down. We're entrepreneurs now, we're not short on cash. You arrange for someone to contact a construction team and have everyone's house torn down. And then build small villas right where they stand. Alright, Su Ming. From now on, you're the one who calls the shots in the village. As long as you say the word, we'll do it. Ha ha ha, and then, I'll take the other old men out to get more jobs. Let's go, get in the van with me. You want money? There's no money. You want my life? You can't have it. Are the bodyguards I hired just for show? Paying these poor devils their wages with cold hard cash? You've got to be kidding. Even back when a worker tried to collect his debt, by jumping off the rooftop, with my lawyers on the case, I walked away completely clean. I didn't even have to pay his wages. Ha ha ha. However, a debt collection team seems to have appeared in Zhangcheng recently. That team is entirely made up of 80-year-old men, some of whom even have cancer. This bunch of old geezers collect debts in a simple, direct way. They just go after the debtor with a knife, in it goes, and out comes the blood. In Yan country, people over 80 don't get punished. I heard that Lin Bapi fellow got stabbed several times. He was taken to the hospital for an examination, and the results still said it was just a minor injury. I hired bodyguards overnight just to protect myself from that gang. To protect myself from those old thugs, those outlaws, thinking they can stab me a few times to force me to pay out the wages. Haha, as if my bodyguards are just for show. They're here. The debt collection team we hired has finally arrived. Well, speak of the devil. You guys really have some nerve. I'll just sit here today and see what tricks you old geezers can pull. I paid a fortune for these bodyguards, you know. Ha ha ha, the hot-blooded elderly gang. Ha ha ha, shouldn't you be at home bouncing your grandkids on your knee instead of running around trying to play tough? HMPH, you really think I, Joe Da, am some kind of pushover? What do you think you're doing? I've already done my homework on you. I know you're a bunch of outlaws. You're over 80 years old. The cops won't even bother if you cause trouble. I even know some of you have cancer. You only have a few months left to live. Even if you actually killed someone, the cremation notice would probably arrive before the court's verdict. But I didn't hire these bodyguards for nothing. You think you can get past them to even touch me? With a butcher's knife, no less. HMPH, look at you, so tough. This Joe Da is a real piece of work. It's bad enough that he's so well informed, but he even hired a security team overnight for a fortune. Damn it, that Skinner Joe really is an animal. However, as I and the grandpas from Shihia village looked at the bodyguards standing in front of Joe Da, and listened to his arrogant words, we weren't the least bit panicked. In fact, we couldn't help but start laughing. To be fair, if this had been yesterday, these grandpas, surrounded by bodyguards, wouldn't have been able to do anything to Joe Da. But now, I've got a gun from the system. And not just any gun, it's a famous one, a Desert Eagle. You think I still need to get close to collect this debt? I'll give you a few 100-meter head start. Let's see you try to run. Meanwhile, Joe Da watched the group of grandpas, even though he was completely surrounded by his bodyguards, and saw that not only were they not panicking, they were actually laughing. The fact they were laughing made him frown. A bad feeling started to creep into his heart, and sure enough, one of the trembling old men suddenly pulled a pistol out of his coat. Where the hell did a bunch of old men get a gun? GG Grandpa, a gun's no joking matter. Don't go and kill someone with that thing. Ha 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 ha, wait a minute, you bastards are trying to play dumb to get the jump on me. More like playing a pig to eat pig feed. The nation of Yan is famous on this planet for its strict gun control. Forget a famous pistol like the Desert Eagle, even a little homemade zip gun would bring the cops to your door. Don't worry, these old geezers are just trying to fool us. But just as Joe Da finished his sentence, right at that moment, bang, a gunshot echoed. The Desert Eagle in the old man's hand spit fire. The bullet slammed right into the wall, blowing a huge hole in it. The sight made everyone's scalp tingle with shock. Holy crap, the gun is real. Holy crap. Who the hell are these grandpas from Shihia village? They don't mess around. My hand just cramped up. I really didn't mean to shoot. Hey, Grandpa, you're here for Boss Joe, right? Why are you pointing that thing at me? I am aiming at Skinner Joe. What are you blabbering about, young man? Am I pointing it at you? As for the security captain, staring down the dark barrel pointed right at him, he still thought about arguing with the old man. But then he suddenly noticed one of the grandpa's eyes was on guard duty, while the other was on lookout. He was totally cross-eyed. The captain froze on the spot. To hell with this money. I'm going to get myself killed by these old men. I can't even cry. And some other guy will get to enjoy it all for nothing. This old man won't face any legal punishment. Boss Joe, we can't take this job. I'll return the money you gave me later, Boss Joe. Just as they walked out the door, another gunshot rang out. Bang! The bullet flying out of the gun grazed right past Joe Da's scalp. It left a big hole in the wall behind him. Hey, this is fun. Playing around even though I have cancer. Getting to satisfy my craving for guns before I die. This life hasn't been a waste. Ha ha ha. Zuzi, can you damn well aim straight? I did aim. I was aiming for his chest. Let me do it. You're so cross-eyed, you can't even shoot straight. Alright, old timers, let's all get our hardware out. Let's line up and all aim at this Joe the Skinner. With so many of us, one of us is bound to hit him. As soon as he said that, the group of old men dropped the act. They all pulled out their pistols and aimed them at Joe the Skinner. The workers witnessed this scene. They took a deep breath. Among them were those who had walked to the side, the bodyguards who had turned down the security job, and their foreheads were now covered in cold sweat. Looking at this row of guns, they felt like they just had a brush with death. Luckily, they turned this job down. Otherwise, that row of guns would be aimed at them. They just witnessed the power of that pistol. If it had actually hit them, even if the paramedics were right here, they couldn't have been saved. This group of old men, this group of outlaws. Not only do they have guns, but they don't even blink when they fire them. Now so many guns are aimed at me. If they really kill me, I'd have died for nothing. I earned all this money and refused to pay what I owed. Isn't the point of it all to enjoy and squander it? If I die, I'll have earned all that money for nothing. Not only will some other guy get it all, but he'll be spending my money while beating my kids. And according to the laws of Yan country, these old men won't face any punishment at all. At most, they'd get probation and be sent back to their village to live out the rest of their days. Gentlemen, esteemed elders. My worker brothers, I'll pay your wages right now. Please, give me a chance. I want to be a good person this time. Now so many guns are aimed at me. If they really kill me, I'd have died for nothing. Next, we'll tear down these old, rundown shacks in the village, and then we'll build a small villa. Our Shihia village will finally escape poverty and get rich. But not far away, a group of villagers from the neighboring Jiaojia village were currently watching the commotion over at Shihia village. All of them were a bit puzzled. What's the situation? What's going on in Shihia village? Why are so many excavators going in? Don't they want to live anymore? Oh my. The village chief of Jiaojia village was also a bit puzzled watching this scene. A villager next to him had a shocking thought. Chief, do you think Shihia village is building new houses? Building new houses? Shi village is even more broke than our Jiao village. Where'd they get the money to build new houses? We can't believe it either, but it's obvious. Every single household in Shi village is building a new house. Let's go over and see what's going on. Both Shi village and our Jiao village are impoverished. In fact, the situation over in Shi village was so bad even the poverty alleviation office gave up on them. And now look at this. This is a real eye-opener. Who would have thought that Shi village, which was still an impoverished village just a day ago, would actually reach the point where every household is building a villa? That Comrade Su Ming is an absolute genius. Just closed another deal. That's over 6 million in the bag. After the village distributes it, each household will get another 600,000 plus. I haven't even finished spending the hundreds of thousands I earned yesterday, and now I've made hundreds of thousands more. Shi Biao looked at Shi village, his heart filled with hope for its future. Meanwhile, the villagers from Zhao village who were walking over were so shocked their scalps were tingling. Seeing all this activity, I thought Shi village was just building new houses. But I just heard from the workers that Shi village isn't just building new houses. They're building villas. We in Zhao village wouldn't even dare to dream of a villa. But the people of Shi village did it. This is so strange. Shi village is now just a bunch of leftover elderly people in their 70s and 80s. They have no strength, no resources. Where did they get so much money to build villas? Don't tell me those people from Shi village went to the city to scam people. In their 70s and 80s. I heard there are a lot of old folks in the city who do that kind of thing. But even if they were scammers, they couldn't make this much money. We were all perfectly fine being poor together, and then you guys suddenly strike it rich. And it's a huge windfall, too. If we don't get to the bottom of this, they won't be able to sleep at night. Let's go find that old man Shi Biao and ask what's going on. If that bunch of old folks in the village can make that much money, then those old geezers should teach us too. Most of us in Zhao village are young people. We'd definitely be even better at it than them. Uncle Shi Biao, it looks like your Shi village has really struck it rich. I heard from the workers that you're all building little villas. Did you guys find some way to get rich? Why don't you share it with us? As soon as these words were spoken, the young people behind the Zhao village chief all had eyes burning with envy. However, after hearing this, Shi Biao was a bit speechless. Although Shi village and Zhao village were neighbors, they didn't interact much on a daily basis. In fact, the previous generation had their share of friction. The path Su Ming gave us is perfect for people over 80. Why would young people want to do this? Even if I told you the way, the young people of your Zhao village wouldn't be able to do it. Forget it, I'm not telling. The houses we're building in Shi village now are all financed with loans from the city. Don't be fooled by all this prosperity. The truth is, it's for the younger generation working in the city, so they can find wives. That's why we're renovating the houses. You know how it is these days. How can you find a wife without a new house? Loans, you ask? The bank launched a grandpa loan. The grandfathers take out the loan, and the sons pay it back. After the sons are done, the grandsons pay it back. It goes on for generations. That's how we got so much money. And here I thought you guys actually found a way to make some real money. Who would have thought you'd go to the bank for a grandpa loan, where the grandpa pays, and then the son pays after him? Damn, the interest on that would span 3 generations. You guys actually dared to take out a loan like that? Village Chief Shi, honestly, we in Zhao village really wanted to see you all develop your village and live prosperous lives. We'd be happy for you if we saw you making money. Who knew you didn't actually strike it rich? But if you're resorting to this, you guys are in for a world of hurt down the line. Well, in that case, we won't bother you while you're building your houses. Taking out a loan to build villas, what a situation. Just puffing yourselves up to look good. You're even worse off than our Zhao village. Zhao village may be poor, but at least we don't have any debt. What a bunch of phonies, pretending to wish us well. The moment they heard we took out a loan. A loan that passes down through 3 generations, endlessly. They could barely hide their smirks. It's true what they say. People laugh at the poor and hate the rich. Just then, the van driven by Su Ming also entered the village. The uncles who had gone out to collect debts with guns now stepped out of the van, each one of them excited. At this moment, in their hearts, I was no different from a village protecting treasure. In all of Shi family village, I was the one calling the shots. And as I looked at the respectful villagers, I nodded to myself in approval. The villagers are simple and honest. They haven't done anything ungrateful. Basically, they're treating me with the utmost care. Just then, the system's voice sounded. Detected. Host has led the villagers to earn another 8 million in a frenzy. The impoverished Shi family village has begun building small villas. Second stage poverty alleviation goal achieved. Reward criteria met. Reward distribution commencing. Host, please open the system panel to view. Detected. The impoverished Shi family village has once again earned several million in a single day. Every household is building a villa. Poverty alleviation has reached its second milestone. Reward. Disease control. Disease control can manage various illnesses. It can even allow a person to retain the symptoms of a disease while eliminating all its negative effects. New poverty alleviation information has been released. Information. In a few months, someone involved in a shady business will register a company to run a fishing pond. He will invite fishing enthusiasts to come fish, with an entry fee of 10,000 per person. The person with the biggest catch will be rewarded 100,000. After this person is arrested, he will be suspected of organizing gambling. However, the company he registered was done using the ID of his 80-year-old grandfather. By registering the 80-year-old man as the legal representative, a lawsuit was filed after he was caught by the police. In the end, he was sentenced to serve his time outside of prison, which basically means returning to the village to live out his old age. Host, think about it, really think about it. This time the reward is disease control. It can eliminate the diseases within a body, or rather, just keep the symptoms. And then eliminate the effects of the disease. Holy crap, I really drew an SSR card this time. Disease control, huh? If I were to leave the village and open a clinic in the city right now, I'd definitely be a master physician. Even the likes of Hua Tuo and Bian Ke would have to give me a thumbs up. This elderly startup group, every one of them is over 80. Although they are outlaws, and they're fully armed, they are over 80, after all. Who doesn't have a few minor health problems at that age? One of the uncles even has late-stage cancer. This disease control ability I've obtained can completely eliminate the cancer from that uncle's body. It could even make it so he only shows the symptoms of cancer, and their bodies won't be affected. Halo I times VLLN Minimax lets be a bit more ruthless. I'll give the old men some more disease symptoms, like high blood pressure, rabies, mental illness, hyperthyroidism, and so on. They'll only show the symptoms, but their bodies won't be affected. When the time comes, they'll be over 80 with all these terminal illnesses. When they go collecting debts, forget about the debtors. Even the police will be terrified when they show up to face these old men. Their buffs will be maxed out. How could we possibly lose then? I'll get rid of all the actual ailments of the entrepreneurial old men and then set them up with the symptoms of all sorts of diseases. Kind that don't affect their bodies. I can't even imagine how my passionate, elderly entrepreneurial group will turn out to be so formidable. Making money to lift the village out of poverty will be a piece of cake. In a bit, I'll give the old men all sorts of terminal illnesses and set up the company mentioned by the system. Register a legal entity, and then set up a pay-to-fish pond. Let the fishing buddies come over to fish. A 10,000 yuan ticket. Wait, is this fishing pond legit? Are these fishing buddies legit? Okay. So you're running an organized gambling ring under the guise of fishing. Damn, the guy who came up with this plan is a real genius. 10,000 for an entry ticket per fishing buddy. So if 100 people come to fish, the ticket fees alone would be over $1 million. Subtract the 100,000 grand prize, and the net profit is over 900,000. And this isn't a one-time deal. The fishing buddies will keep coming in a steady stream. Hailu OAI XMLN Minimax, we'll be raking in so much from ticket fees, our hands will go numb. If we actually set up a huge fishing pond, Hailu OLXM Minimax that could hold over 1,000 people fishing at once, then that's tens of millions. What a talent. Hailu OAI XM Minimax, this guy is a freaking genius. That bastard used his 80-year-old grandfather's ID to register the company, using his own grandpa as the legal representative. HMPH, what a piece of work. But even so, after he was caught, he was only sentenced to probation, which means he just went back to his village to retire. The old men in the village are all over 80. Besides, with the reward I just got, disease control, I can arm the old men with illnesses. I'll set them up with everything: cancer, rabies, mental illness, hyperthyroidism, and so on. They'll only show the symptoms. Isn't that way more formidable than the 80-year-old grandpa in that case? Alright, next up, Hailu OLX. OMINIMAX, besides the hot-blooded elderly group in the village, and the business of collecting debts with guns, at Hailu OLX Minimax I'll also set up the fishing pond on the side. I'll get the fishing buddies who like to gamble to come over. Q hail uoa, we'll be raking in the cash then. This method is no worse than debt collecting. Q hail uoa, do you think the entire Shihia village will still be a poor village after this? I bet even the dogs in the village will have gold teeth and be wearing thick gold chains. Zuzi, what's wrong with you? Why are you suddenly spitting up blood? My dear old-timers, my old brothers. I don't think I can hold on much longer. It's late-stage cancer. I was thinking, when we're out collecting debts and the police really come knocking, I could take the fall for the village. Who would have thought I'd die so quickly? But these past few days, since Comrade Su Ming came, he's really helped our village get rich. Also, these past few days have basically been the best and happiest days of my life. Don't say any more. We've made money. We'll send you to the hospital to get treated. Let me do it. I knew some medicine when I joined the poverty alleviation office. I come from a family of doctors. Su Ming, don't waste your effort. You've helped the village become rich. Everyone's so grateful. We'll build a shrine in the village to honor you while you're still with us. Listen, I've got cancer. Just give it a rest, kid. This illness isn't something that can be cured by human hands alone. Besides, you don't even have any medical gear. Alright, uncle, it's done. Try jumping around a bit. I've completely wiped out that cancer for you. Su Ming, I'm practically at death's door, ready to have tea with the king of hell. You're still trying to fool me. Wait, hold on. He suddenly sensed something, and his expression froze. He leapt straight up from where he stood. Ever since he got lung cancer, even breathing used to be painful. But now, as he inhales and exhales, it's actually smoother than a post-fast food bathroom run. Holy crap. Meanwhile, village chief Shi Biao and the other elders looked on, their skin crawling with shock. They didn't know exactly what happened, but they knew old Uncle Zuzi like the back of their hands. Since he got lung cancer, every breath he took felt like he was being tortured. It hurt like hell. He wouldn't have dared to take deep breaths like he's doing now. Uncle, I really am a descendant of a medical dynasty. I can do more than just cure cancer. I can even make someone show symptoms of cancer, mental illness, or hyperthyroidism. Even rabies and other things. All the symptoms, but without the actual damage to the body. Su Ming, are you sure? You can make people look like they have terminal illnesses without their health actually being affected? Of course, I replied. I was planning to stack some buffs on you guys anyway. It'll give us a massive advantage when we collect fishing fees or do anything else. It'll give us a terrifying boost. Alright, give us a few terminal illness symptoms then. We'll go to the hospital tomorrow to get medical certificates. Once we slap those hospital records down showing all these terminal diseases, and add the fact that we're over 80 years old, we won't just be outlaws. We'll be straight up legal tyrants. Exactly. Give all of us some terminal symptoms. We'll get the hospital to certify them later. I didn't hesitate and grabbed village chief Shi Biao's hand. I activated disease control. This skill allowed the old man to immediately manifest symptoms of cancer. Rabies, mental illness, hyperthyroidism, all those terminal-looking symptoms appeared. Sure enough, village chief Shi Biao's body began to undergo a transformation. Sickly spots began to break out all over him, along with various terminal symptoms. Yet, his actual health remained completely untouched. It's a waste of talent for Su Ming to just be a poverty relief worker. Su Ming is way too talented to just be doing poverty relief work. Ha ha ha, now our plan to collect those debts is foolproof. Forget about Shihia village being a poor village. Becoming a wealthy, high-flying village is just around the corner. After finishing all this, Su Ming finally headed off to rest with the elders, preparing to continue their debt-collecting mission the next day. He also explained the plan for the fish pond to them. Early the next morning, I watched the elders getting ready to board the van. I paused to think for a moment, then pulled village chief Shi Biao aside and spoke. Uncle, besides the debt-collecting plan, the other seniors in the village are just idling around anyway. I found a way for them to make money too. Upon hearing this, Shi Biao didn't dare take it lightly. After all, they all knew what I was capable of. Even a little bit of guidance from me could make the whole village filthy rich. So, a group of old men gathered around to listen closely. Let's dig a fish pond and raise some fish in it. Then we'll charge a fee for other anglers to come fish, you know, an entrance fee. Just 10,000 per person. The big pond can hold over 1,000 people. That's just a drop in the bucket. We could make tens of millions in a single day. Su Ming, what are you talking about? It's just fishing. A fishing fee of 10,000 per person? Do you think those guys who get skunked are idiots? Of course, it's not just about fishing. We'll set up a prize. Whoever catches the most fish that day gets a reward of 100,000. How is that any different from a lottery? In fact, the odds of winning are way better than the lottery. I mean, it's a 1 in 1,000 chance of winning the prize. You can't compare those odds to the lottery. Besides, you know those fishing fanatics. Every single one of them thinks they're a master angler. None of them will back down from a challenge. They'll be rushing to the pond like crazy. But if we register it as an aquaculture company, the police will come knocking. And when they do, the company's legal representative will be invited for tea. So, are you guys in or not? The moment he said that, damn, not a single old man there was fazed. They're over 80 years old. What have they got to be afraid of? So what if we get taken to the station for tea? They've even got buffs from all sorts of terminal illnesses stacked up. If the police really do come knocking, by then, the cops will see the terminal illness notices in their hands and get a major headache. Forget arresting them, they'd be terrified this bunch of old geezers might drop dead right in front of them in the next second. And then, it'd be impossible to explain. So of course, we're doing it. We're going to make a ton of money. Our Shihia village is an impoverished village. We're sick and tired of being poor. With an opportunity like this right in front of our eyes, there's no way we're not doing it. Besides, what does a bunch of old guys like us have to be afraid of? A few of you, follow the van. Village chief, look at that empty lot over there. We can build a fish pond. Alright, I'll arrange it right now. The task of building the villas in the village and digging the fish pond now falls on Shi Biao. Anyway, with so many excavators in the village, digging a big fish pond that can hold 1,000 anglers is a piece of cake. After the van carrying the old men left, Shi Biao and the other villagers watched the workers busy building the villas, feeling incredibly high-spirited. With these two schemes, Shihia village was on its way to escaping poverty and getting rich. In the future, the entire Shihia village could one day become a village of the nouveau riche. When that happens, forget the villagers. Even the stray dogs in the village will have gold teeth. No time to waste, let's get it done. Shi Biao started giving orders to speed up the money-making process. He wanted to get the fish pond built as soon as possible and put this money-making plan into action. Shi Biao made a call and brought in another 10 excavators. The whole of Shihia village was filled with flying dust, bustling with feverish activity. Something's not right. Something is very, very not right. Comrade Su Ming went to Shihia village to help with poverty alleviation. And it's already been almost 2 weeks. This has completely shattered the previous record for how long any poverty relief official we've sent to Shihia village has ever lasted. What's even more ridiculous is that within these 2 weeks, Su Ming hasn't made a single call to complain about how hard the poverty alleviation work is in Shihia village. This is completely wrong. Don't tell me Comrade Su Ming is actually doing poverty relief work in Shihia village? Or maybe he just left without saying goodbye, without even letting us know. He just up and left Shihia village. The assignment for Shihia village came from above. It was a mission. As for Su Ming actually lifting Shihia village out of poverty, we never even considered it. What kind of place is Shihia village? Just lonely old folks, all over 80. What kind of production capabilities could they possibly have? Old Wong, let's go take a look. Oh, and let's buy a few bags of rice, a few barrels of oil, and half a pig carcass. Let's go support Comrade Su Ming's work. We'll pay for it out of our own pockets. Comrade Su Ming is in that impoverished Shihia village. The conditions are just too harsh. Alright, we'll pay out of our own pockets to support Comrade Su Ming's poverty alleviation work. Comrade Su Ming has it so tough. With just these things, normally when the villagers of Shihia village see them, they'd gather around us happily. This time will surely be no exception. Holy crap, bandits have invaded Shihia village. These guys are tearing down the villagers' houses. You animals, in Shihia village of all places. An impoverished village, the village is full of elderly people over 80. The old folks are all so frail. What kind of beasts are you, reincarnated, to actually come and tear down their houses? What the hell? Stop, all of you, stop. Are you tired of living? Who told you to demolish the villagers' houses? Shihia village isn't just an impoverished village. It's full of frail 80-year-old men. You're tearing down their houses. Do you have any conscience? Who's the foreman? Who ordered you to do this? You two leaders, you've got it wrong. How could we be demolishing the villagers' houses? We were hired by the villagers to do construction. Tear down the old houses, then build villas right here. Also, Shihia village being an impoverished village? You must have made a mistake. The village chief of Shihia village hired us workers to start the job, and the money was all paid up front. Do you have any idea how significant it is on a construction site to be paid first? The workers were hired by Shihia village. After tearing down the houses, they're building villas in their place. What the hell is going on? They even paid the workers up front? Isn't Shihia village supposed to be impoverished? How are they so rich? Ha 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 ha, well. You two leaders from the Poverty Alleviation Office, you could have just come. Why did you bring presents? What's the situation? You don't even care about these scarce supplies anymore? What on earth is going on in Shihia village? Don't tell me what that worker said is actually true? Shihia village is building villas? Holy crap, what's going on? Did Shihia village strike a gold mine? If that's true, we're going to be a laughingstock for bringing this stuff. Let's go inside and have a seat. Ha 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 ha, so Shihia village really did get rich. So rich that every household is building a villa. They don't even care about the supplies on that pickup truck. They don't even bother to look at us. Looking at the situation, here we are carrying a side of pork. Along with cooking oil and rice, we look like a bunch of clowns. Chief, what's the story with this village? Just a few days ago, you guys couldn't even afford a meal. You were living hand to mouth, but now every household is building a villa. What happened? Did you strike a gold mine or something? Why haven't we heard anything? Haha, I can't say. It's nothing more than some grandpa loans from the bank. The village is poor, after all. What kind of girl would be willing to marry into a poverty-stricken place like Shihia village? So we got some money from the bank. We're fixing up the houses to give the young guys some dignity and keep up appearances. Grandpa loans. Holy crap, it's not like we haven't heard of those. They tie down 3 generations, the interest keeps rolling for the grandkids. That interest is terrifyingly high, just to get the young men married off. The village actually resorted to such a desperate, foolish move? Chief, you've lost your mind. With interest that high, what are your future generations going to do? Our senior Red Hot squad is actually running a shady business, which isn't easy to talk about. So I have to make up excuses. Oh right, when we were coming in, we saw dozens of excavators working like crazy in the fields. What are they doing? They aren't building more villas, are they? The village is digging fish ponds. We're planning to turn this into a major industry. An industry? Are you serious? Everyone in Shihia village is a senior left behind. Every one of you is over 80 years old. With that kind of age, do you really have the energy for an industry? Every business is struggling these days. Even if young guys tried fish farming, they'd probably lose their shirts and end up bankrupt. You think just because you dug some ponds and threw some fish in, people are just going to come and hand you money? Shihia village was already a poor village, but if you keep this up, every household will be begging for food in the county seat later. Chief, aren't you just making a mess of things? Farming fish will definitely leave you broke. Well, if we did it the normal way, we'd definitely lose everything. But Comrade Su Ming is a wild one with some crazy tricks. We're building ponds to raise fish, but we aren't selling the fish. Instead, we're running a high-stakes game. We charge an entry fee for all those unlucky fishermen to come and try their luck. 10,000 per person. With a pond that can hold over 1,000 people, we can rake in 10 million in entry fees in a single day. Even if doing this gets us invited to the police station for a talk, the registered legal representatives are all of us old guys over 80. Besides, Su Ming even stacked us with a few terminal illness buffs. If the cops see our medical reports, they wouldn't even dare touch a warrant. Don't you worry, leaders. Our village's fish industry is guaranteed to lead Shishan village out of poverty and straight to wealth. Haha, just relax and don't worry. Once the fish ponds are finished, those entry fees will bring in 10 million a day. Forget being a poor village. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call us a village of millionaires. Oh, by the way, where is that young man from our poverty alleviation office, Su Ming? I haven't seen him since we got here. Haha, Comrade Su Ming is a real talent. He found a new path for our village and has taken the villagers out to start a new business venture. Ha ha ha, even the fish pond scheme was his idea. He really is one of a kind. Oh, entrepreneurship, huh? Fine, whatever. It's for poverty alleviation, right? Wait a minute, the entrepreneurs in your village are all left behind seniors over 80 years old? 80-year-olds starting a business? What on earth kind of business are you starting? What industry can possibly accommodate people over 80? They'd even get rejected for a security guard job, okay?